A spiritual person's heart is king and brain is its minister. In fact, most of the time, intuitions are not intuition. But people didn't listen to him and started throwing stones at him. Hello guys, welcome to the self journey. In my previous video, I explained the functions of heart and brain and elaborated the difference between them. Both are designed for some special purpose. After making that video, I was confused if any of you misunderstood the message of my video, so I decided to elaborate it further. Before continuing my video, pause this video and comment below if you have any issues or confusion or something that you want to share with me. Write it below. Okay, now let's back to the topic. In my previous video, I told you the basic differences and functions of the heart and brain. The objective of my video was to highlight the importance of heart in spiritual journey, not to deny that of the brain. A spiritual person clearly knows when to use the mind and when to follow the heart, because brain is made for making our life easy and to process things in a better way. When we are spiritually awakened, we start getting the knowledge of strength and weaknesses of mind, and using this knowledge, a spiritual person always stands out in all areas of life. A spiritual person's heart is king and brain is its minister. When logic is involved, it should be used, and when the brain suggests to think about negativity or selfishness or jealousy or lust, we shouldn't pay attention to these thoughts. Actually, understanding these things can make us understand our intuition. We know that our intuitions are not always correct, and we have already discussed it in previous videos. In fact, most of the time, intuitions are not intuition. Rather, they are processed form of thoughts running inside the subconscious mind. When our lower self is strong, our environment has its backup, and our higher consciousness is weaker. In this case, most of the time, our intuition power is less. Here, I want to give you an example. Consider a glass filled with water and some dirt in it that makes water unclear. If we want to make the water clear, we have two different options. The first one is filtering that water out and removing impurities as much as we can. Secondly, we can pour clear water in this unclear water. What if you open a tap of water and put this glass under it for a long time? Then impurities will flow out through an excessive amount of water. Now use this example for our spiritual journey. Our heart, soul, and mind makes our inner self impure that we already have. Our lower self has a lot of impurities. We can identify different impurities or negativities in our life. That's why we easily get angry. We find it difficult to be consistent when we make plan to achieve something. We lose patience easily and we don't let go of attachments and bad habits and so on. So there are too many things to identify that our soul, heart and its intuitions are not pure. And it is very difficult to identify and remove impurities from our inner self. Then what to do? Here we have a second method that works easily. We need a spiritual person whose soul gives enough power to our inner self that purifies our heart. The presence of a perfect spiritual master plays the role of excessive water that is explained in the previous example. When I try on people to make them understand the basics of spirituality, they say I will follow my intuition, while their intuition power is not strong enough. If everyone has stronger intuition, then why is everyone worried in today's world? And why are they seeking for the solution? Another thing that I have noticed is that people are offering many courses or workshops for spiritual journey. They are all playing with the spiritual needs of humanity. They know that a person facing any issue can test anything, so they are charging a heavy amount for that. Spirituality is not a trick or some myth that could be learnt online through a few courses or workshops. This is a lifelong journey. This is the path of learning about our weaknesses and implementing our spiritual knowledge to overcome our weaknesses. The great spiritual people have made history. They spend year of their life just learning spiritual knowledge from a true spiritual master. They lived with master and follow their master to achieve the higher stages of the spiritual journey. A spiritual master is as necessary as air for our breath. But what are the parameters to identify a true spiritual master? Many people think that anyone who can make them dumbfounded would be their master. Like the master has supernatural powers to tell their issues and can do something that is against the laws of nature. If that's the case, then a magician in the circus can make us dumbfounded and we could be amused, but that could not be a spiritual master. Knowing and talking about your issues isn't so difficult. Many people have some entities playing the role of spies. If someone is really a spiritual person, then his attitude is everything. Although a spiritual master has some sort of supernatural senses, if we look for only those things without paying attention to the attitude, we could be tricked and our time would be lost and we couldn't get our way. To understand the personality of a spiritual master, I want to tell you the story of a spiritual master. Hundreds of years ago, a great spiritual master went to a place where people were lacking knowledge. He went there and tried to make them understand the reality of life. But people didn't listen to him and started throwing stones at him. The great man could see and talk with angels. When he was in such a difficult situation, an angel appeared there and said, "If you give me permission, I'll turn out these two mountains and these cruel people would disappear forever." But the great human said, "No, I know their next generation would be my followers, so let them go." We can see here four qualities of spiritual person in this example. A true spiritual person never asks for any reward for making others knowledgeable. A true spiritual person has a big heart. Spiritual people forgive others. And lastly, they never take revenge with others. Okay, guys, thank you so much for your time. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And if you have learned something new, like this video and share with others. Have a great day. Bye bye.